well, let's just get into it. As you as you can see, a 1.4% it was not an understatement. We got through until the intro, and then stopped. Waiting at the plaza in front of the academy, Arya came along with Henry. Compared to the monastery beds, it was very comfortable. I hope Henry didn't cause you too much trouble. Uh-oh, it's already started. Perhaps spending time last night helped. They seem much closer today. He worried about Henry's shyness, but it seems like there aren't any issues. Glad to know you're getting along.
Uh-oh,
goddammit, I forgot about the alt tab thing. Wait, is albino a fetish or... I mean... What is considered a fetish? Like... A lot of things can be, but you know the differentiator between what people consider a fetish or not is how normal it is. Like people don't consider liking women a fetish, or well, albino wouldn't be a fetish either. Okay. Hang on. A form of sexual desire in which gratification is strongly linked to a particular object or activity or part of the body other than the sexual organs. Yeah. But like... preferring a different skin color shouldn't be... Can anyone hear you now? Right now? Probably not. There's no customers, so... No. An inanimate object worshipped or its supposed magic power, or because it is considered to be inhabited by a spirit. Huh? Can anyone see your screen? That's no. That's a different no. But, you know, I don't think albino is a fetish. I think it's just a preference. Okay, well, maybe I should have said yes so that you weren't. You know what? People are looking at the screen, and they're looking at you, Dexter. And the person that's watching the screen is me. Henry sighs and worries that she could be misunderstanding. I see. Yeah, that may be true. I have to shell. Okay, well. Also, oh shit. Hang on, I need to go back.
ファウスト国王陛下が学長を兼任されていることからもわかるように、その設立と運営には国家予算がつぎ込まれている王国の重要事業なの。
How white would you consider an albino anime character? Well, a lot of them are or would be basically albino. You know, there are a lot of characters with white hair and white skin. A pale skin, I should say, for anime standards. I mean, there's so many people that would fall under the title of that fall under albino, but not really considered it. Would Ari be albino? No, because she has brown hair. You know, usually it's categorized as pale skin, white hair, and red eyes, I guess. Red eyes would make you consider you more albino, just by skin color. I mean, you know, if you look at these two characters, you can see that they have considerably paler skin than the main character. But I wouldn't call her albino. I wouldn't call Arya albino like I would call Henry albino. Yes, Henry is albino.
ここではファウスト拡張と呼ばなきゃダメなんでしょ?
Anyway, as I was gonna say, I figured out which stream category to use to stream games that are kind of not that don't have a stream category but aren't necessarily banned, like an albino somewhat serious condition. I'm not quite sure, but you know, I'm not that knowledgeable. I don't know that much about albino people. But like there is another game that a lot of people play that doesn't have a stream category called Fear and Hunger, because well, there isn't an official patch. There isn't an official censorship patch for the game Fear and Hunger, but there is a mod that censors all of the parts, if you know what I mean. Albinism is a rare genetic disorder where you aren't born with the usual amount of melanin pigment. Melanin is a chemical in your body that determines the color of your skin, hair, and eyes. Most people with albinism have very pale skin, hair, and eyes. Yeah. People with albinism have skin that is very sensitive to light and sun. Sunburn is one of the most serious complications of albinism. Sun exposure can cause sun damage, which may result in rough and thickened skin. Sunburn can also can increase the risk of developing skin cancer. Yeah. So, albinism is a condition. Depending on where you live, it can be serious or not that much. Hang on, I need to look this up. Albinism. Yeah. It's kind of, yeah. I can't really act like it isn't. Kind of doesn't look kind of weird. Anime, it's cute, but in real life it's weird. Yeah, you don't expect people to have white hair in real life unless they're old. Anyway, back to the game.
そうだね。
Ari smiled and they started walking toward the academy. Of course, Shin and Henry followed. Wait. Ari smiled and they started walking. Okay, yeah. So it's either Arya smiled as instead of and, or it's Arya smiled and started walking toward the academy. Well, some teenagers dye their hair white. Yes. But you know the problem with dyeing your hair white is that depending on the color of your hair, like if you have black hair, it's a lot harder to dye it white for obvious reasons. But the main way people dye their hair to make it a brighter color is by bleaching it. And bleaching it can cause serious problems to the scalp and may lead to balding. Surgery. But you know, if done if done poorly, you are at risk of basically losing your hair or skin. I'm not sure if this is gonna be a weird Google search. How did Michael Jackson become oh wait, no. Right. I forgot about that. There is a rare skin condition that people can get. And well, Michael Jackson is one of the more famous examples of it, where darker skinned people develop like white patches on their skin, which makes them more sensitive to like sunlight. And well, it got that, and well, you know, in before it got to a point where he was basically like, fuck it, so he didn't bleach himself. No, he had a skin condition. But before he got to a point where it was like, fuck it, I'll just become white, basically. He basically albinism? No, it's vitiligo. And I've seen other examples of it on some people, but it's basically an autoimmune disease that causes people to lose pigment. It was just someone asking if the shop was open. And, well, there's gonna be a lot of that. But anyway, back to what I was saying before. Michael Jackson would basically use makeup to hide the condition until it was to a point where he changed, where he was like, fuck it. Uh-huh. No, we're a homebrew shop. Oh well, my dad runs a homebrew shop where we sell stuff to make alcohol, but not alcohol. because we don't have a license for it. Anyway, yesterday the Chancellor told me that each of us would be responsible for the future of this world.
人々がかける期待はとても大きいわ。オブリビオンに抗うために私たちは日夜研究と研鑽を続けている。
What are you confused about? Oh, yeah.
ところで以前ファウスト機関と呼ばれていたことは知っている？
I have a headset mic. I use a headset. I haven't bought a mic, an actual mic yet, because that's money. And walking into the main hall, Arya changed the subject. If your customers saw this game, well, they're never gonna see this game because what would they think? I don't think they're young enough to have a thought. You know, most people who want to make their own alcohol are in their 40s. Celestial map based on the other celestial is decorated on the hemispherical open ceiling. Cool, yeah. How many typos are there in this game? A celestial map based on the original celestial. Alright, yep. It sounds a bit weird, but that's fine. And then, can you legally sell alcohol? I literally just said that we don't have a license for it, so we can't sell alcohol. We just sell the things that people can use to make their own. Can you legally do that? No. We can't legally do it. You need a license for it, and that costs money, so we don't do that. Open selling. As they gazed up at the spells that also represented the 5 elements, Shin responded to Ari's question. Oh, sell the ingredients? Yeah. As long as there's no alcohol in it, you can sell the ingredients. We sell the flavorings and the things that, so like grapes, not necessarily, no. We don't sell like the fruit because that's perishable. We don't want to sell a lot of perishable things. We sell flavorings and we sell the yeast, and depending on the person, they will just get the raisins. No, really, the closest thing we sell to something like that is,
活発になり始めたオーズ現象に危機感を覚えたファウスト学長は散逸しかかっていた錬金術の知識を系統立ててまとめることにしたの。
It's like juniper berries. But other than that, not really much else. We just sell the flavorings, so it's a lot easier to deal with when they go out of date instead of rotting food. Is your internet here better than in your room? Well, I use an Ethernet cable. Kind of better, yeah, technically. It's kind of off. On and off. It's not really the... It's more so the upload speed that's the big thing when it comes to streaming. And it's basically the same here as it is at home. Anyway, I heard that the academy used to be a research facility for alchemy, and then...
そう、当時活発になり始めたオーズ現象に危機感を覚えたファウスト学長は散逸しかかっていた錬金術の知識を系統立ててまとめることにしたの。
Is it good? I mean, you know, I can. Okay, think about it like this. I can stably stream at 1080p, which is basically the highest I should go. Recommended. Like there have been basically 0 frame drops since I started streaming. There have been some instances, but that's because I accidentally started downloading something. You know, when I started streaming, I was streaming at 1600p because that's what my monitor is at. And well, it doesn't scale well, let's just say. Because most monitors are a 1080p. 1080p monitor. I have a laptop. Can't really change it. You know, and speaking of laptops, most laptops are, you know, they stick between 13 to 17 inch. Mostly like 13, 15, and 17 inch monitors. There are some 14 inch monitors, but they're also around 1080p. But what I have with me is a 16 inch monitor. Oh well, 16 inch screen. That is. I have a GTX 3070 RTX. I have a 3060 laptop. Alienware. And I've got Lenovo. I don't trust. Okay, well, I say that, but Alienware is basically like completely different version of Dell. Like a Dell gaming laptop is nowhere near the same as an Alienware, even if the specs are the same. Intel Core i7. Yeah, I've got an AMD Ryzen 7, I think. Hang on, let me look at the specs. It's an either AMD Ryzen 7 or a Ryzen 5. It's an AMD Ryzen 7 6800H. Anyway, back to the game. We're getting off track again. This is... You know, like... Look. I want to see some gameplay. Taking gigs of RAM. Yeah, that's the same for me. Which is the era of restorers. Which is the era of restorers, 3 sages that formed modern alchemy. Alchemy. Shin proudly answered. Faust of the pseudo-world, Nicola the commander, and Albertus of the foghorn. Thanks to their contributions, they were able to study alchemy at ease.
確かに三賢人の功績は大きい。私も父さんのことは誇りに思っているよ。けれど、その影響はいいことばかりじゃないわ。
Should I upgrade to Windows 11? I mean, there's not... Okay. The biggest difference between Windows 11 and Windows 10 is the UI changes. I have... Well, this laptop that I'm using is a Windows 11 laptop. But there's another laptop that I use which is Windows 10. And... Speaking purely from the operating system, it's not really that big of a change. It's more just aesthetically. There's some quality of life things that don't contribute to much, but you know, it's just a personal preference. The thing is, I don't care if my visual novels will be runnable. Well, actually, I shouldn't talk about that. If you're here tomorrow, I'll bring up a way you can play visual novels on older operating systems. But for now, ow. Thanks for abusing me and then head patting. Hang on a second. Head pat works. I don't know why it isn't showing. Thanks, Saint Quartz. But I will show, or well, not show you, I will guide you through how to set up a virtual machine tomorrow. But until then, let's not do that with Enri yet. Virtual machine. Yeah, basically, a virtual machine is basically a way you can use older operating systems, or basically a second computer inside of your original computer. And it's significantly slower than your original because obviously you're running your... Do I need that for VNs? Well, not really, no, but a virtual machine allows you to use older operating systems like, you know, Windows XP or Windows 95, or even other operating systems that aren't Windows. For what purpose? Well, you just brought up that if you switch to Windows 11, you might not be able to play visual novels. You might have issues playing visual novels that you have been able to on Windows 10. Which, you know, it brings up that there are some games that run horribly on newer operating systems. And, I mean, I don't know if there's anything like that in the visual novel world. Fallout 4. You know what? Yeah, that's fair. Scared about that possibility. I mean, the difference between Windows 10 and Windows 11 isn't that big. It's definitely not the same as, like, Windows 10 to Windows 7. I'm not talking about Windows 8, because Windows 8 was literally only for the tablets. And they were like, let's make it for the computers as well. But, like, no one used Windows 8. Especially 8.2. But, like, Windows 7 is a good example.
First 機関の研究は後に3つの流派を生んだの。それぞれの流派は得意とする分野が違い、時に解釈の違いによって対立することもある。その体質は引き継がれたわ。
There will never be a Windows 9.
いえ、人が増えることでより細分化して、権力や名声も絡んで、流派の違いによる対立も深刻になっていったの。
Thanks, Tuna, for the fart reverb.
それがカリオストロにおける学派闘争。強烈なライバル感情によって、オーズの脅威に対しても足並みを揃えられていないのが現状よ。
Actually, you know what'd be funny? If I changed is this porn? No, it's all ages. No, it's all ages. Wait. We haven't gotten to that part yet. It's porn of all ages. You know, if uh-oh. Conflict of colleges? No, that's the 18 plus version. We aren't playing that one. But wouldn't it be funny if I changed fart reverb to monetize it? What if I what if I change fart reverb from 0 bits to, how low can I make it? 5 bits. Me and my private server ticked. Oh god, the worst timeline. Alright. Conflict of colleges. Yeah, that's what I
錬
already
金
said
術
that.
師同士でもいろいろあるのね。ごめんね、いきなり重い話をして。でも知っておかないとこの先不快な思いをすることになると思ったから。
I don't think we do. Are you part of a college, Aria?
ええ、まあでもその話はまた今度にしましょう。君にはあまり先入観を持ってもらいたくないから。さあ次行こう。次。
Okay. Gay people exist. After that, Shin and Arya take them around the various spots around the academy.
図書館よ。錬金術や送信に関する書が大陸中から集められているの。すごい、本がいっぱい。
Yeah, there's even a second floor.
魔導書や論文、研究書はもちろん、伝説に神話、民話をまとめたものまで、その蔵書量は大陸一と言われているわ。
Yeah, and I escalated it. This is definitely a fountain of knowledge.
閲覧は一部を除いて自由だけど、貸し出しには許可が必要だから注意して。
Tuna is playing the Mage Seeker.
禁書の中には開いただけで呪いがかかったりトラップが仕掛けられているものもあるからね。
Wait, why would you keep those books then?
恐ろしいのね。呪いの解除を専門にしている術師もいるくらいだもの。それでなくとも解読や写本だって大変だし。
Who would you ship Sidwin with? I would ship Sidwin with me. Nivelito Risley? Nah, neither. they're special ed. They're just ed. There's a lot that goes into acquiring knowledge, huh? You don't say. Also finished Nivelette's quest. Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? How would you like it? Arya urged them to go to the next area despite Shin feeling somewhat reluctant to leave. Oh right, yeah, you... Yeah, I had a feeling you'd be, you'd care about the Milazine. At the edge of the lake outside the academy stood a strangely shaped tower. It's a penis. Arya began to explain as they gazed up at the tower with the bulbous roof.
あれは観測塔、通称気象台と呼ばれているわ。
What? I didn't say anything. The weather station? You mean for the dust?
ご名答。あの塔にはダストが発生した際、その影響範囲を予測、分析する機能があるの。
Also, speaking of weather tower, Teyvat will never have a meteorologist, especially Fontaine. Because how can you predict the weather? What? Mona's an astrologist. She predicts the future. She doesn't tell you the weather. But you can't predict the weather in Fontaine. Because because if Nouvelette's sad, it rains, and if it doesn't rain. Well, I'm back. Can you relate? What is this? Hang on. Huh? Hang on, this I didn't expect this. Thanks. Back to the game. Let me fucking get through this. Not that one. I wanna, get to like a gameplay section. Since this is probably the only visual novel I thought time we go. If an AED was actually voice activated, yeah, you would probably need a confirmation before anything. More like an "Are you sure you want me to?" and then action, and then yes or no. Anyway, what was she saying? I wasn't paying attention.
ご名答。あの塔にはダストが発生した際。
Oh yeah, dust. Nouvelette is the meteorologist. Oh.
同じものをここまで旅した時に見たわ。やっぱりここの錬金術師の作なの？
I don't like Ari's voice. Why not?
ええ。オブリビオンの事象分析は極めて重要よ。観測塔は王都を中心に大陸の四方に建てられているわ。
I don't think there's anything wrong with her voice.
ここにある気象台は四方の塔からもたらされた情報をまとめてダストの動きを予測することもできるようになっているの。
Cool. I see. So this is where the data gets collected.
と言っても普段はデートスポットになったりしてるんだけどね。
What? But there's nothing to do here. Ari's voice is like Milvy. Oh. Yeah, that explains why you hate it. Following Aria's gaze, there were certainly several lovebirds strolling around the boardwalk, but there's nothing here. It's just one tower and barren wasteland. Well, there's also forest, but still.
真にもお相手が見つかるかしら。
Yeah, this is a visual novel. So, what are you saying, Aria? I'm here to study. Yeah, that's what they all say.
そうだね。シンは昔から女の子より虫や標本集めに夢中だったものね。
Oh, he's into bug girls. I mean, I've seen spider girls before.
錬金術師というより大きな子供みたいなの。
お姉ちゃんはシンの未来が心配だな。
Yeah, me too. The two of them looked at each other humorously as they released a sigh. Shin couldn't help but remain silent. Yeah. Oh, it's a church. Oh, it's a lecture hall. Never mind. There's no cross, so it can't be a church. What? I hated that, oh god. What's wrong? Monster Girl. Okay, well, if you don't like it, Ari continued to guide them to the cafeteria practical room, and finally they reached their lecture hall. Arya apparently timed their arrival just before class started, and there were few scholars already in the lecture hall. Surprised at their curiosity, Henry quickly hid behind Shin.
エンリちゃん、手つなぐ？
I don't think Henry likes you. I like this one though. What about this one? Oh. A robot. I mean, technically.
別に平気よ。でもあまり離れてはダメなの。
I suppose it's hard for Henry to stay calm at a place with so many people. Even Shin felt nervous entering the lecture hall for the first time. It can't be helped. Upon inspecting the lecture hall, they spotted Celis lightly waving from a seat up front with Arya and Henry. With Arya and Henry, Shin made his way toward her. Jesus Christ, I can't speak.
講義を受けるのは今日が初めて？
Nah. Yes it is.
私もよ。体験講習みたいなものは受けたけど、ちゃんとした講義は今日が初めて。
What? You didn't need to add the quote too. I would have. You could have just asked me to read the quote. I wouldn't have. My dick's too small. I can't even tear the hymen. Quotes. And random. Yeah. What a game. There's no all ages version, so unlucky.
Celestiana さんね。はじめまして。アリア・マグヌスです。
ごきげんよう、アリアさん。気安くセレスと呼んでください。
では、私もアリアと。こちらのシンとは昔から兄弟弟子のような関係なの。
Remember that angel bitch lolly era game? Yeah.
聞いているわ。
I do.
アルベルトス様のご息女なのでしょ？立ち入ったことを聞いてもいいかしら？
私に答えられることなら。
アルベルトス様のもとなら錬金術を学ぶのに不自由しないはずなのに、どうして？
広い世界を知りたかったから。それに。
I appeared over to Shin before her lips arched to a smile. Arched. I hope it cuts. I'm hoping a customer hears you say something sus. I hope not.
ちょっとした反発心のようなものがあったんだと思う。父の教えはそれは素晴らしかったけど、最初から道を決められているようでね。
わかる気もするわ。
他の人から見れば贅沢な悩みだって分かっているんだけどね。
That would be awkward as hell. I like, and I'm not gonna say the rest.
いいえ、私の父も少し過保護すぎるところがあるから。
お互い偉大な父を持つと苦労するってことかな。
Do you think they would know the word lolly? What the word lolly is? Yes, because fun fact about Australia, we refer to candy like you would in the Americas as lollies. LOLLIES. Or LOLLY if you're talking singular. Because, you know, lollipops. It started from like lollipops and stuff like that. Getting a call. But yeah, as I was saying, lollies, referring to just lollipops, became more synonymous with other candies in Australia. Why is it red? Oh, right, Halloween. But yeah, lollies, as an Australian term, is referring to candy, but it's spelt completely different. I can't make it blue. So if I say I love lollies, then they're only gonna know that they'll think I'm talking about the candy. They'll think I'm talking about candy, you know? If I add anime to it, I don't know what they're gonna think.
私たち仲良くなれそうね、アリア。
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna think if I say anime. I don't think they know what anime is. Their similarities must have helped the two get closer despite this being their first time meeting.
シン、なんかみんなに見られてる気がするのだけど。
If you said a hentai, they definitely wouldn't know anything. They would think I'm talking about a hen wearing a tie. Now that you mention it, they were being the center of attention. Shin didn't recall acting so conspicuous, but somehow all eyes were directed this way.
みんな噂の新入生に興味がおありなのよ。なんと言ってもあの無敵のアルベルトスの直弟子と議会のファウストの愛娘ですもの。
Bro, who are you? How do I know your name? Why aren't you question mark?
マルチの
Now you should have your name. You know her?
もう
When they say it sounds like a little sus. No, normal people don't know what hentai is. The other beautiful girl appeared to be slightly older than Shin. Her dashing demeanor was full of confidence, accentuates her beauty even more. Her if you say anime porn. Okay, well, yeah, that people know what porn is. Her dashing demeanor was full of confidence, accentuates her beauty even more. You mean that was full of confidence? Or that was full of confidence also accentuates her beauty even more? You know what? I give up on these typos. What if you screamed anime porn in the store right now? Well, there's no one in the store, obviously, there's no customers, but there are people close enough to hear if I screamed. If there was. I would be, I don't know. Next to her stood a rather hesitant looking boy, spotting with his dog-like ears. Shin noticed he must be her demon partner. What would they think? They think I'd be crazy?
ごきげんよう。マルチナリーベですわ。 こちらは10魔のフレン。
Like, do you stream it when you when you serve customers?
はじめまして。
Why do you have such an effeminate voice? No, well, yeah. See, there you go. Why should I then? Nice to meet you. I'm.
存じていますわ、シンバルト君。私はマルドゥック派のヨハン教授の助手を務めておりますの。
Okay, that doesn't explain why you know who I am. Marduk College?
ええ。シン君はもう学派はお決めになりました？まだならぜひ一度我が研究棟においでなさいな。アルベルトス様から直々の教えを受けた方ならいつでも歓迎ですわ。ちょっとマルチナさん、いきなりの勧誘はルール違反。
Yeah, and unfortunately, you know, I mean, what can I say? You're not one of the main characters, so sucks to suck.
あら、あなたも同じ穴のムジナではなくて、アディアさん。いくら姉弟子だからって事情を知らない彼を自分の学派に抱き込むのは感心しませんわ。私はそんなこと。
You know, if you wanted, you could confuse people with hentai if showed them hentai. Or would they do slash think? They would think I'm weird. And also, they would also stay away from me.
シン君、忠告ですが、ハルモニア派に肩入れするのはやめておきなさい。
There's a leak in the air conditioner, and I am not gonna fix it because that's not my responsibility. Anyway, back to the game.
ダスト対策でゴテゴテに回る学派なんかに属しては台無しになってしまいますもの。
Why are you still bringing this up? The answer's gonna be the same. And you'll be like, huh? And that's weird, and stuff like that.
マルチナさん。あら、ごめん遊ばせ。
Would they do anything? I don't know. I don't want to know. Smiling without feeling the least bit bad, Maltina dramatically spun around, and before returning to her seat, she turned to Celeste.
セレスさん、お久しぶりですわね。けれど親の七光では生き残ることは難しくてよ。そんな言い方。でも実力のない者同士群れるのはいいかもしれませんわね。互いに慰め合えますもの。
After spitting out crude words, she left the group. Her demon partner friend quickly bowed in fear before following his master. You know, if this world turned to reality, what would happen? No, I wouldn't know what would happen.
嫌な感じだわ。こちらを露骨に見下して。
マルチナリーベ、マルドゥック派っていう学派に属する 錬金術師よ。10魔の制御式のセンスが抜群で、私にとっては一応ライバルということになるのかな。
What would you do? I'm not sure. I don't know enough about this world to comment on that. She seemed to know you well, she seemed to know you as well, Celeste.
家同士の付き合いがあって、昔は仲良くしていたのだけど。
I see. Assuming Celeste didn't want to continue further, Shin refrained from asking. That was when the lecture hall's door opened and a man stepped in. The whole class instantly turned quiet as the stern-looking man with a cold demeanor entered. Oh god, this dude.
さっき話に出たマルドゥック派のヨハン教授。今日はヨハン教授が講義してくれることになってるの。
Professor Johann. Alright. So that's him. That's the bastard. Azaria guided them around earlier. She explained how classes at the academy were given by elite professors of respected colleges. Bastard. Attending lectures was optional, and credits did not exist, but regularly, scholars were required to submit their research reports and papers. If the reports catch the professor's eye, one will have the opportunity to become their disciple, and will be given an environment to do notable research. Didn't you say that? Yeah, I called him a bastard. On the contrary, if the result cannot be presented, it would be harder for one to remain in the academy.
さて、前回は10魔の蘇生段階における細胞レベルでの術式の埋め込みについて話した。
Yeah, see, you get it.
術式の制御に成功すれば、10魔の形質や性能を特定の役割に特化した有料紙にデザインすることができる。当然、術式の内容が高度になるほど刻印の難度は高くなるし、失敗した時のリスクも上がる。しかし身体能力の強化や反復運動の効率化といった比較的簡単な術式なら容易な成功が見込める。
Professor Johann continued to speak. And you are... Oh, I heard that from the Chancellor. You must be Lord Alberto's disciple. What?
一例を挙げよう。刻印とは術式の具象化でもある。蘇生時に書き込める情報には限りがあるため、呪文によって圧縮するわけだが。
Hang on. What is this? I don't think this was meant to be here. What? As Johann spoke, he began writing on the blackboard.
これは解く走れという初歩的な命令式だ。この式を具象化するとこうなる。
Actually, Rapid Dash is a pony from My Little Pony. Friendship is magic. Rapid Dash, huh? That sounds a bit redundant, don't you think? As the professor rapidly performed symbolic gestures, the chalked text on the blackboard suddenly began to float. You like ponies? I had a phase. The chalk broke into particles and was reconstructed as a spell. A murmur rose among the scholars at the skillful technique. Huh? Oh. You haven't heard of this? Well, actually, I've never really talked about it on a stream, have I? Yeah, like, right before I got into anime, I watched My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. There were like 4 seasons out, so I watched all of those. I hadn't had that phase. No, I'm talking about me. Yeah, I had that phase. Talking about the hentai. What? I wasn't referring to that. But like, you know, MLP might be why I'm a furry. Anyway, what was...
見ての通りだ。この刻印を組み込まれた10馬は生まれながら瞬足を持つ。刻印を圧縮し高密度にすれば、より複雑な性質を持った10馬を生み出すことも可能だ。それには術式を制御する経験とセンスが必要になってくるがね。
10魔の刻印書き換えは契約送信の領域のはずだわ。
You aren't God. Did he figure out the mysteries of God and surpassed that? He thinks he did. Shin couldn't help but to respond to Henry's motto. Creating demon partners was something alchemists have been doing, but altering and customizing one's nature to suit the creator's needs seemed as if it was violating the domain of the gods. Yeah, but you know that's what humans have been doing since the dawn of time, haven't they? Since they've figured out how to survive and thrive, the next best thing is to surpass God. The hubris of man and all of that stuff. As if he heard his thoughts, Professor Johann turned towards Shin. Genetic modifying? That too. Especially modern day. But you know, there are always gonna be... There are those types of stories in ancient texts of humans trying to ascend to godhood and stuff like that. Only to be punished. Satan, I guess. Yeah, contracts with the devil and stuff like that. The Tower of Babel is a good example of people trying to build a tower to reach God, but then God punished the people by forcing them to speak different languages, so none of them understood each other. Because that's how the Bible explains how languages came to be for some reason.
君はそういえば学長から聞
Okay,
いていたな。
there's the line. I don't know why it was here, but yes.
君はそういえば学長から聞いていたな。アルベルトス氏の弟子というのは君のことか。
Yes. As Shin stood up, Johann gestured him to go up to the podium.
いい機会だ。君のお手並みを拝見しよう。この刻印に手を加え、解く育てという命令式に変えてみてほしい。
Rapid growth, Viagra. I mean, you want me to promote growth? But wouldn't that accelerate aging?
構わんよ。性能を維持せよというのはまた別のもっと複雑な術式だ。今の君にそこまで求めはしない。
Alright, let's see how good he is. How smart is Shin? So, someone can make genetically modify a person to be perfectly in line with their taste, including personality fetishes. For that person, etc. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's possible. Especially, well, not now at least. Because, well, people change. And, you know, you're never gonna be... You get what I mean? Yeah. I don't think you should genetically modify lollies. You know, cross that line, humanity. Cat girls, though. Yeah, cat girls. But lolly cat girls. Taking the chalk from Professor Johann, Shin faced the blackboard. He can tell all the eyes of the class focused on him. Okay, no. Don't add child to anything. Unless there's an E at the end. A disciple of Alberto's. One of the three sages, huh? Huh. He's the younger brother, he's the younger brother disciple to Arya, right? I wonder if he's good. I hope he is too. Trendy.
シン、頑張って。
I only specified child. Upon rewriting the spell, Shin performed symbolic gestures like before. The chalk broke down into particles and headed toward the seal, and then the chalkboard blew up. Whoa. He's doing the same spell as the professor. I did it, and then the chalkboard blew up. Shin rewrote a section of Professor Johann's seal. Looking at the completed seal, the professor raised a brow.
ダメだな、これは。刻印が別の命令にすり替わっている。これ
God
で
damn
は
it.
よく眠れだ。
God damn it. The main character's dumb.
このような曖昧な命令ではジューマの制御はできない。成長促進どころか、君のジューマはとんだ怠け者になるな。
The class burst into laughter at the professor's remark. Johann raised his hand to silence the class. He quickly tweaked the seal to show an example himself.
これで成長促進の呪文になった。次はこの呪文を使って実際にジューマを培養してみよう。ああ、君はもう下がってよろしい。
Okay.
残念でしたわね。術式の最適化が甘くてよ。アルベルトス氏ももう過去の人ということかしら。
This is why the MC had to be smart so that he could represent for Alberto's. Maltina then stepped up to the podium. Martina held a container with a demon partner in the form of a primitive slime. She said she was the professor's assistant, so she probably helped with the classes. As Shin returned to his seat, he witnessed how the slime grew drastically with Professor Johann's spell. Class ended after the professor shared some knowledge on demon partners and introduced us to several other spells. Man, after class, Celeste concernedly calls out to Shin.
残念だったわね、シン。あまり気を落とさないで。
Oh, I'm not.
気を落とすことはないよ。あれはシンなりの答えだったんでしょ。
どういうこと？
寝る子は育つ。あの式を与えられた子はヨハン教授が期待するほどの成長速度は得られなかったかもしれないけど、生物的にはより強靭になったはずよ。錬金術の答えは一つじゃない。教えを請うことは大事だけど、鵜呑みにするだけじゃなく、自分の答えを導き出さないとね。
I mean, yeah, you can't have an alchemist visual novel without having that kind of main character where they are the most unorthodox and the complete opposite to the professors that teach him.
自分の答え。
To Aria's words, Celeste paused for in a moment of thought. And this is how my days at Cagliostro Academy of Magic began. Shin attracted attention as the disciple of the renowned Albertos, but about half a month later his reputation settled to it as an average alchemy scholar. But one day,
まったくみんな分かってないのだわ。教科書通りにやらなきゃいけない決まりなんてないのに、真のやり方を間違いだって決めつけて。
I mean, you know, that's how it is, isn't it? That's what school is about. That's what school's all about. Following what the professors say and never striving to do different. It kills creativity and forces people to conform to one mindset. Welcome to school. The education system is fucked, and it's a necessary evil. You can't really not have school, even if it's laden with issues, especially when it comes to how they educate people. But you know, that's the topic for another day.
本気を出せば私の芯はもっとすごいもの。座学ばかりじゃ錬金術師の能力なんて測れないわ。
Hey, Henry, stop complaining and help me carry these books.
だいたい芯も芯なのだわ。期待外れだなんてバカにされて怒りもしないんだもの。
But it's true that nothing on the textbooks is registering in my head. All under Master Alberto's, Shin didn't learn many detailed spells. Whenever they had time, they would go out to the field and try various formulas and dispensers. He only found out that he was doing He only found out what he was doing was the old way of doing alchemy research.
芯は周りの陰口に腹が立ったりしないの？
Just don't pay attention to them, you know? I'm too busy to have fun discovering and learning new things every day.
はあ、これだもの。
Henry released an exasperated sigh as she took some books from Shin's hands. The two of them arrived at a nearby table.
まあでも、やっと本格的に調査を進められるのね。
Yeah, life at the academy has been pretty chill too. All the books Shin borrowed were related to a particular field. The books were closely related to the main reason why they came to the academy, which was
送信アスタルテの実在性、幻のオリジン、英知の送信。変わった研究テーマですね。アスタルテについて調べているなんて。
Hello, you must be Sonia. Right? I mean, I've seen her character model. A third hand slipped past Shin and Henry as it reached for the books. Shin looked up at the owner of the hand. And you are?
急にごめんなさいね。どんな調べ物をしているのかちょっと気になったものだから。
Okay. She was a woman with that had a gentle demeanor and a sense of representativeness. But her eyes had a glint of intelligence commonly seen among scholars.
送信アスタルテ、地、水、火、風、太陽の5行に次ぐ6つ目のオリジンとも言われる送信。
That's really the 5 elements? Earth, water, fire, wind, and sun. right. You know, you could have just followed like the Chinese 5 elements, which is, I think, earth, water, fire, metal, and wood.
けれど
Hang on,
その実在については
あ
諸説あって、これまで契約は愚か、更新できた術者もいないことから幻のオリジンと呼ばれていますね。
If I look up the fire, water, wood, metal, and earth. Okay, yeah, I was right. See, I know my Chinese philosophy. But back to this, you can't. Sun and fire are the same thing. Just because sun is just a hotter fire avatar. Avatar has earth, water, fire, and wind. Maybe it's light. I mean, light would make more sense. And I mean, the sun isn't technically a ball of... It's a ball of plasma. Just sun, like the translation. Yes. It's basically... Hang on, if I go through... It's basically the days of the week in Japanese. Because it's Getsuyobi. Tsuyobi. Wait, no. It's Getsuyobi is Monday, Kaiyobi is Tuesday, Tsuyobi is Wednesday, Mono. Mokuyobi is Thursday. I'm trying to think of my Japanese again. God damn it. Hang on. Japanese. Getsuyobi, Kaiyobi, Suyobi, Mokuyobi, Kinyobi, Doyobi. And okay, so Kaiyobi has the kanji for fire, Suyobi has the kanji for water. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and then my my theory falls apart when you get to Mokuyobi, which has the kanji for tree. So I guess you can consider that earth. But then Kinyobi is the kanji for gold, which yeah, that's where it falls apart. Oh yeah, and Getsuyobi is the kanji for the moon. So don't let me cook. But Doyobi is the kanji for earth, so you know it's got 3. Well, Nichiyobi is also the kanji for the sun, so it's got 4. There's no wind though. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, sun. Shit in it.
けれどその実在については諸説あって、これまで契約は愚か、更新できた術者もいないことから幻のオリジンと呼ばれていますね。どうしてそのアスタルテに興味を？
Sixth origin. The sixth element? You mean like the movie The Fifth Element, but the sixth element? Reread. Hang on. Which part? Ah, god damn it. But there are many theories about the existence, and sorcerers have been able to contact or make a contract with the phantom element. Start God. Hang on. Oh, yeah. God Astarte is said to be the sixth origin following the five elements. Yes. So why you're interested in Astarte? Well, what does that mean? I'm not quite sure. But I'm sure they'll explain it. Eventually. Well, Shin stammered out a response. After a moment of silence, the woman smiled.
無理に答えなくていいんですよ。いきなりぶしつけでしたね。
No, I understand. I'm researching a strange topic. Receiving the book from the woman, Shin smiled fondly.
英知の送信アスタルテ。伝説ではカエソの膨大な知識を受け継いでいると言われていますね。その知識があればオーズから大陸を救うこともできるのかしら。
きっとできるの。アスタルテならきっと。
Henry leaned forth as she enthusiastically responded. The woman's eyes slightly widened before a gentle smile on her face.
なるほど。それがアスタルテを調べていた理由ですか。何かわかるといいですね、シンくん、エンリさん。
Don't blow your cover. I'm sure it'll be fine. She's just a demon. You
あ
are
ら、アリアさんから何も聞いていないのですか。
from Aria?
まあいいでしょう。明日にはわかることですし、自己紹介はその時のお楽しみにとっておきますね。
Uh-huh. Yeah, Henry's a demon in the eyes of everyone in the school. If she wasn't considered a demon, then like the implications that people found out what her true identity was, Uh-huh.
ではさようなら、シンくん。あなたのレポートなかなか面白い着眼点でした。これから期待してますよ。
That is not truth, though. Yeah, I know. It's called role-playing. I'm just role-playing. Did you read my report? Without answering, Shin, the woman happily waved before... The woman happily waved before leaving the vicinity. Yep. You forgot the D. Puzzled, Shin and Henry look at each other.
何だったのかしら。
Who knows? But she complimented me, saying my perspective was good, even though Professor Johann said it was outmoded. Huh?
そんなことで喜ばないで。単純なんだからもう。
Yeah, but she's cute. Though Henry couldn't help but smile at Shin's first compliment ever since he had come to the academy. Among the books that Shin had took from the library, he gathered those that seemed important before bringing them back to his room. Henry's the only cutie. Yeah, she's one of them. Next day. Yawn. There's the yawn for you. it was building up to.
大きなあくび。どうしたの？寝不足？
How'd you know? Yeah, I had some stuff to look up. Oh, I was just busy. I was busy watching YouTube videos all
あ
night.
まり根を詰めすぎない方がいいわ。まあ私もあまり人のこと言えないけど。
She is the cutie. Celeste, who was laughing hesitantly, had faint dark circles forming under her eyes. I heard that in addition to attending classes, she visits research towers of various colleges to expand her knowledge. Celeste is a cutie too. As someone who also entered the academy at the same time, Shin can relate to Celeste's daily life filled with motivation.
私の調合した栄養ドリンク、よかったら分けようか？
I mean, Ari is a cutie too. What do you mean Celeste is ugly, man?
おは
Aria.
ようアリア、エンリも。
Arya approached Shin and the others who were sitting side by side. Henry, who lived in the same room as Arya, followed.
言っておくけど、居眠りなんかしちゃダメだからね。今日はソニア先生の講義なんだから。はい、これ。
Miss Sonia? Taking the small glass cup from Arya, Shin questioned
そう
her.
いえば、今日の講義は初めての方が担当されるとか。ア
Right.
リアの先生らしいの。
You know, if the USA banned anime lollies, my life would become worthless. I guess you'll have to move to a different place then. Oh, I see. I wonder how she's... Hack. The moment he took a sip of Arya's drink, he felt a burning tingle in his throat. Three looked surprised, seeing Shin suddenly choking. What the heck? It's
そう
spicy.
言ったらこのくらいで。相変わらずお子様舌なんだから。でも、体が熱くなって、元気が湧いてくるでし
You know
ょ？
what?
眠気なんて吹っ飛んじゃうよ。
That's fair. Like, if you're suddenly fed something spicy, that'll wake you right up. I forgot. Arya loves spicy food. I love Arya.
セレス、あなたもどう？
また今度にしておくわ。
そう？残念だな。
Arya's sweet. She just likes spicy things.
先生が来たみたいなの。
Being told by Henry. Shin faced the podium. That was when a familiar woman winked at him. Don't do that. Don't wink at me like that. Oh, she's
おはようございます。今日の講義を担当するソニア・ガーベラです。皆さん、よろしくお願いしますね。
Miss Sonia. It's been a while since we last had Miss Sonia's lecture. The boys of the class released a blissful sigh at Miss Sonia's flirtatious
昨
smile.
日の人、教授だったのね。
Yeah, I figured. No wonder she said she read my report. Sonia's ugly as hell. Nah, you can't say that. To be teaching the class, she must have a license. But she looked quite young in comparison to the other professors.
知っている人も多いと思いますが、私はハルモニア派という学派を主催しています。
She's a monster. Don't say it like that.
ハルモニア派とは一言で
She's
言う
just
と、
big-chested.
自然との調和、世界とのつながりの中に錬金術の真理を求めるものです。皆さんは開祖の旧世以来、この世界の万物がオリジン5行によって成り立っているのは知っていますね。
Guess. A monster.
しかし
Alright.
知識としてオリジンの存在を知っていても、実際にその息吹を肌で感じたり触れたことのある人は実は少ないのではないでしょうか。 自然には大いなる力があります。異なるエレメントを結びつけることができれば、オブリビオンのような最悪にも立ち向かえる。
They must be avoided at all costs. Alright, maybe you can avoid them. I'll embrace them any chance I get.
これがハルモニア派の基本的な考えとなります。
After Sonia compelled her speech, co- uh, I think that's meant. I think that's meant to be. Hang on. Complete
先生、
is a
質
word.
問があります。
Hang on. If you accidentally type complete instead of completed, don't fret. Autocorrect often comes to the rescue by suggesting the correct spelling. Well, it didn't come to the rescue for this one. Compiled. Complied. I think it's just completed. After Sonia completed her speech, a hand rose from the scholars. But, like, that was one of the worst typos. Okay, well, you know, it's better than, like, missing an entire word, but still.
どうぞ、マルチナさん。今先生はオブリビオンに立ち向かえるとおっしゃいましたが、送信の国家についてはどうお考えでしょうか。
Maltina's question, the class suddenly filled, with troubled murmurs. Henry, sitting beside me, had a stern
知
expression.
っての通り、国家とは送信やその眷属がダストに汚染されて過信となってしまう現象です。過信となった送信は自然界での調和ではなく、ダストの蔓延を目的とします。そしてそれはオリジン級の送信とて例外ではありません。火のオリジン、マルドゥックが過信となったことからもそれは明らかでしょう。私たちマルドゥック派は過信マルドゥックを討滅し、その意外から革新的な知識と技術の抽出に成功しています。以上の事実を考え合わせると、エレメントのつながりのみに肯定したソニア先生の学説はいささか説得力に欠けるのではないでしょうか。
As Maltina finished her proclamation, the class was filled with silence. Go off, Queen, I guess. Everyone was at a loss for words. Shin was astonished at the sharpness of Maltina's tongue, as he flat out shot down the other college's idea. Within the awkward silence, Sonia appeared calm, as she answered Maltina's interrogation.
マルドゥック派の功績には私も尊敬の念を抱いています。これまで送信との契約の中で培われてきた錬金術の奥義をあなたたちは技術として再現し、人の手による奇跡を確立しています。ええ、すべては家臣マルドゥックを討滅したからこそできたことです。私たち錬金術師は禁忌を犯すことで躍進を果たしました。そうですね。けれど私は最悪に立ち向かうために必要なのは知識ばかりではないと思っています。確かに送信には過信化するという危険があります。けれど人間とて完全な生物ではないのですから。人と送信、オリジンとエレメント、調和の中でこそ生まれるものはきっとあると私はそう信じています。曖昧な答えですわね。ハルモニア派がその何かを見つけられるよう 応援していますわ。ありがとう、マルチナさん。
shit.
曖昧な答えですわね。ハルモニア派がその何かを見つけられるよう応援していますわ。取り潰しになる前に。
To Maltina's sarcasm, Sonia resumed her lecture with a smile. Shin couldn't help but remember what Arya and said the other day after watching the interaction between the two. This must be the conflict between the colleges, the Harmonia College and the Marduk College, huh? The Harmonia College follows the classic idea and focuses on keeping a contractual relationship with God, while the Marduk College seeks innovation through skills and knowledge. A difference in ideas was clear, and the lecture that followed only emphasized the impression on Shin. At the end of the class, Sonia raised a suggestion.
今度、私は課外実習を開こうと考えています。課外実習ですか、先生。
I wouldn't mind some extracurricular classes with Sonia.
皆さんの中にはハルモニア派の考えについて観念的すぎてピンときていない人もいるかと思いますから、そこでガーデンにて送信との契約を試みてもらいます。ここから少し南に行ったところにある人工の洞窟よ。環境によっていくつかの階層に分けられ、希少植物の栽培や送信の保護、保全に使われているの。
大事な場所ではないの？
特別にファウスト学長の許可をいただきます。貴重な体験ができると思うから、興味のある人はぜひ参加してくださいね。
A contract with a god.
私にもできるかしら。ねえシン、あなたは行くでしょ？
I mean, I think so. I made contracts with familiars and demigods while training under my
ねえ
master.
シン、行きたいわ。
Oh, of course you do. Yeah, I'll go too.
楽しみね。課外実習なんて初めて。
送信契約なんて非効率なのに。
Of course you would think that.
マスター。
This is why you aren't a level
姉
first.
と呼びなさいと言ったでしょ。
Altina left her seat while taking her devil partner with her. Shin, Celeste, and the majority of the class were busy discussing the extracurricular class and did not notice the commotion.
これで私たちの活動に少しでも興味を持ってくれる人が増えるといいですね、ソニア先生。そうですね。でも学派は関係なく、皆が送信を大事に思ってくれるならそれが一番ですよ。はあ、人がいいんですから、ソニア先生は。
She's perfect. I mean, Arya stood right beside Sonia as a small laugh escaped her lips. Time just went by with the many classes and reports to write. She isn't perfect. To each their own. The night before the extracurricular class, Shin was preparing to venture to the underground garden. There are rumors that the underground garden was partially a labyrinth to protect it from intruders, and also has a guardian golem. Despite its safety, with the Chancellor's permission, one can imagine the possibility of an accident. It may be best to prepare for battle just in case. It's been a while since I last wore my gauntlet. I've only been attending indoor classes lately, so I hope I'm not rusty. Oh, I should bring my portable merger. This merger can do simple blends and refinements. Of course, I would need the help of a contracted god to do that. Shin gathered the rest of his belongings for tomorrow before going to bed. Oh! Finally! Let's save here. 2.8%, Jesus Christ. I've only doubled. And like I said, the stream has been going on for 2 hours. Guess what? We covered the same amount as we did last stream, even though that was 1 hour. Look through everything. Alright, there's the inventory is empty. There's party, which is... Wait, both of them. You're more ranged. Press empty items. Oh, okay. Technician glove for Enri. Claw picks for Enri. Heat gauntlet and blade gauntlet for Shin. Silver gauntlet and beat gauntlet for Shin. I mean, like, Alchemy 2, there's not really that much I can do there. Units is not really much I can do there either. Story. Click the items. Oh, hang on. Item. I mean... Like, what's there to do? I mean, I can equip a different, thing. Actually, maybe not. What are these? Are these the ranks? If I go... I'm surprised that they just send you in without any tutorial with the tabs up top of the inventory. These equipment, key items, materials. Okay, consumables. The story, which is main story, question mark. Oh, here. Select quest details. Hang on. Oh god. Quest details. Armament and skills. You can check the information about usable active skills for each party member. When you have the cursor over each skill, detailed information will be displayed on the screen to the right. Skills, crests, item. Displays the items you have in your possession. Use the button to the top to switch between key items, materials, equipment, and consumables. The rank selection button allows you to sort by rank. The sort button allows you to select the order of display. Check the details of each item in your possession. For armaments, you can check the active skills and bonuses it grants the user. Okay. That doesn't really say much. Anyway. Chancellor's room changed the difficulty. Oh, okay. Never mind. Oh, there's alchemy. Which, you know, I don't have anything. So let's let's just go into the main story. Yeah. Are you good? What do you mean? Next morning, at the yard in front of the college, scholars gathered to take part in extracurricular activities. Like, you can continue? Yeah, I can go on for a bit more. Upon going to on an excursion, everyone was quite prepared. Shin packed light, but there were some who carried backpacks full of food and laboratory equipment. I'd get tired if I carried that much.
そういう君は身軽そうね、シンくん。
That's what I said. Good morning, Miss Sonia. Sonia, who was overlooking the class, kindly greeted them. Celeste, Aria, and Henry were close by as
お
well.
はよう。よく晴れて課外活動日和ですね。太陽神シャマシュに感謝しなくちゃ。
Sure. Thank Shamash.
でもシン、さすがに軽装すぎるのでは？送信と契約するのに宝具くらい用意しておかなくていいの？
Procuring things locally is best. I can make simple mixtures using the portable merger. It's easier to make offerings and form contracts after checking the nature of the god.
シンは何度もフィールドワークに行っているもの。コツは分かっているのだわ。下手に荷物を持つのは二流。それがアルベルトス流の考え方なのね。勉強になるわ。
I mean, yeah. If you know how to forage, you can pack lighter.
そんな大げさなものでもないと思うけど。そうだ。シン、これ。お弁当よ。どうせ用意してないだろうからってエンリちゃんが言うから。
Oh, thanks.
頑張ったんだからね。町の市場まで行って新しいスパイスを仕入れて仕込みのために早起きしたのよ。それもシンが喜ぶと思ったから。
I don't think he's gonna like it. Spices? Hey, Henry. How's it like inside this lunchbox?
とっても赤くて綺麗だったわ。
Oh, right. It was red.
へへ、オートにはいろいろな香辛料があるから工夫のしがいがあるよ。
I wish she worked harder to make a milder blend. Looking at the wrapped lunchbox, Shin became rather glum.
シン、好意で作ってもらったのに無下にするものではないわ。
Yeah.
せっかくアリアが早起きして作ってくれたのに受け取らないのはひどいの。
I didn't say I won't eat it. Accepting the box, he began thinking of a recipe for stomachache medicine. Oh, god damn it. Ah, yes. The underground garden where the extracurricular class was being held was located about 3 hours south on a carriage from the academy. Slipping past barriers, warding off thieves, and through a vertical corridor, they reached an open underground area.
地下なのにほんのり明るいわ。
Magic. Looks like torches are set up all over. Torches were lights used by alchemists. Yeah, we know what torches are. They come in various shapes, but the ones there were made from demon partners, modeled from fireflies illuminating in the space. They don't emit heat and are energy efficient, so it would be ideal for lighting places like this.
あのふわふわした明かりがみんなジューマなのね。お仲間さん。
As Enri extended her finger, a firefly landed. The warm light lit both Enri's hand and face. She is a moth after all.
見ての通り、ここには多くのジューマ、そして送信眷属が暮らしています。その環境を不用意に壊してはダメですよ。さて、今日皆さんにチャレンジしてもらうのはファミリア級との契約です。
ファミリア級、いわゆる献身ね。
Depending on the power of the god, they were classified into ranks. A familiar is at the lowest ranking of the gods, and works to serve other gods. They are something close to spirits. Due to their nature, they are often used by alchemists. That is why they are referred to as familiars. Oh, familiar? That's easy. Just watch, I'll catch a big one.
そんな風に考える君たちはまだまだ契約者としては青いですね。送信について安易にランクで考えたり、侮りの気持ちで接していては契約はできません。まずは相手をよく知ることを心がけてください。
The only thing I hope for is that they're cute. That they're a cute, girl.
どんな能力でどんな役割を持った送信なのか、そして自分が相手にどんな場を用意してあげられるか。送信契約とは人が送信の力を利用するためのものと考えがちですが、送信も人を観察していることを忘れてはいけません。自分の力が世界にとってよりよく活用されると感じたとき、初めて送信は私たちに力を貸してくれるのです。わかりますか？
Yeah, but this is a Japanese game, so like, God is probably evil, and we're gonna have to kill him at the end of the game, so yes. The scholar faced down at Sonia's thought-out explanation.
さて、ではお手本を示しましょうか。皆さんこっちへ。あまり音を立てず静かについてきてください。
シン、行くの？
Yeah. Sonia guided them deeper into the underground gardens. Going a little further, they reached an area where the stone walls and floors glowed with a green tint. Showered in dim light, the group of fireflies looked like fairies dancing.
素敵。まるで絵画のよう。これもトーチの光なの
？This is glow moss. The fireflies probably fed on this. Glow moss is weak against environmental change, and people worry about its extinction due to the oblivion. But I never expected to see so much here.
光苔だけじゃないわ。ここには他にも希少な動植物がいるの。錬金術による環境の保護と保全こそガーデンの最も大切な意義なんだから。そしてそのために彼らの力を借りているんですよ。
Something wriggled in the direction Sonia was pointing at. It was a stone doll with a chunky figure. It was about the size of a human child. A god? No, a familiar.
見て、あっちにもいるわ。みんな光苔のお手入れをしているの？
そう。栽培や細菌の除去など、あの送信たちは自ら学習して 献身的な活動を続けています。彼らがいなければガーデンの運営は不可能と言っても過言ではないでしょう。
With that said, Sonia took a step toward the gods. As she formed a symbolic gesture, a magic circle was drawn on the out on the
契
ground.
約の陣、あの送信と契約するつもりなのね。
But the shape of the formation is different. There's no space to put the
まあ
offering.
見ていて。あれがソニア先生のやり方だから。
As the scholars watched with a serious gaze, Sonia quietly proceeded with the ceremony.
土の聖ニルンよ。
は？
錬金術師ソニア・ガーベラが問います。調和の友柄として我が法友となる気はありますか？
None. To Sonia's call, one of the ghosts reacted. Gods. As the god waddled over to her, Sonia places a small seed and a blooming branch on each side of the
我が
formation.
左手には念珠の種、右手には蓬莱の枝。されど未だ不完全なれば汝の地形を望まん。
Lastly, Sonia held out her hand with the portable measure toward the god. The god then extended its hand and rested on top of the merger. The contract came to an end. The god's element moved to the merger, and the stone doll was once possessed. Returned to being just stone.
ありがとう、ニルン。これからよろしくお願いしますね。
And then everyone clapped. What was that sound bite? Whoa! Wow, did she... she did it so easily.
どうかな、シン。これがソニア先生の送信契約よ。
Anyway. I'm getting tired. We will... I'll stop, soon. I like the next chance. When I wake up next. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm surprised she didn't even have a special offering and still managed to form a contract. Offerings are usually prepared by alchemists to form contracts with gods. Types of offerings suited to specific gods are generally known after many years of research. But what Sonia just showed was beyond the generic way of forming
ソニア
contracts.
先生はあの種と枝を宝具の代わりにしたようだったわ。
彼は植物の保護を使命に持つファミリアです。私と共にあれば、その使命のためにもっと別な働きができる。そう信じてくれたんですよ。
Little did he know, he couldn't be even more wrong. I plan to destroy every plant in this world. Sonia returned to where the scholars were waiting. The scholars was waiting. In her arms was the merger that held the newly acquainted god. Inside the merger was a crystal called a crest, that held the god's element. Oh, I know crests. I've got none. Alchemists use the crest as a medium to exercise the power of the
送
gods.
信契約の方法は一つではありません。そして皆が契約の先に目的を持つように、 送信にも使命がある。そのことを忘れないでくださいね。互いを尊重し、調和を心に描く。そうすればきっと送信は私たちの呼びかけに応えてくれますよ。
調和を心に。
with harmony in our hearts. So making high-grade offerings isn't the only way.
はい。それでは実習を始めましょうか。今度は皆さんが送信契約する番ですよ。
The lesson began. Scholars scattered in various areas and began searching for gods and collecting materials to make offerings. Shin and the others departed for the Glomos area and decided to go to another floor in the area in the underground garden.
シン、どんな送信と契約するかもう決めているの？
I was hoping for an insect type.
真の虫好きは相変わらずだね。セレスは？
He does like his bug girls.
私はまだ送信契約も初めてだし、まずはいろいろ見て回ってみるつもりよ。だったら私たちと一緒に回る？エンリたちと？
Oh yeah, Andri is a moth. Yeah, you'll need to find a god first anyway. So it'll be best to move around
ご
together.
めんなさい、気を使ってもらって。
No problem, it's my first time coming here too. It'll be efficient for both of us to cooperate.
ええ、ではよろしくね、シン、エンリ。アリアはどうするの？
私はみんなの様子を見てくるよ。ソニア先生に言われているから。ごめんね。
Oh,
ソニア先生のお手伝
right,
いなのね。
that would make sense.
そういえばアリアはハルモニア派に所属していると聞いたわ。
そうなの。だからこういう機会には助手のようなこともしなくちゃいけないんだ。
I mean, like, I wouldn't mind being part of the Harmonia College if I get to be taught by Sonia, am I right? I mean, Arya smiles, a bit embarrassed, but with a look of satisfaction.
それじゃあそういうことだから。
お手伝い頑張って。
ありがとう。また後で。
Arya waved and left the scene. Shin watched as she disappeared into the darkness. The Harmonia College, huh? As we disappear into the darkness as well.
騎士としてみんなを守ってみせるわ。
Okay, that's a good place to end it.